announced in the state squad. He plays on. The smother came from Shanahan. Eagles coaches will love that defensive pressure. Hall was stripped of it. Out to Champion on the non-preferred. Can he keep it in? Just does in the nick of time. Up to Shanahan, who's been imposing himself in this WAFL competition in the early rounds. The kick was intended for Gross. Here's Grego. Can he shrug off an opponent? He can. Tries to get back onto his preferred boot. The right being that. Bit of an up and under footy, but flying underneath it. Runs in, casual approach. Umpire does not move, and the Eagles score the first of the afternoon.
Who's going to emerge with the ball out of the coalface? It's going to be the Eagles. Gross on the burst. Great acceleration through midfield. High to a one-on-one. Good score from Petruccelli, gathered brilliantly by Champion, who feeds it off to Grego. Humps this one long to a vacant goal square, and that is bouncing across the face.
Opposing team so well. He goes further up the ground. It was intended for Parker, a bit too much over his head. Here's Sandy Brock. A couple of weeks in a row in the WAFL game. Goes short to Noah Long.
Hamish Davis as well, coming back. Full duty as well. There he is, former Claremont player. Sparks, it's back to Hall, who's been solid over the last few weeks. And now the Eagles are away through Davis. Pereira, hospital handball. It lands in the arms of Davis, who gives it off to Gross. Sees an option in Johnson, not 15, has to cut back to Gross. Gross's kick inside 50, and a wonderful mark taken by Petruccelli.
Forward and one playing ruck when the other one needs a chop out. Bursting through Edwards Baldwin. Kicks it into the middle of the ground. There's a bit of a foot race on, but Shanahan, the last few weeks, asked a lot of Long here in mid-air. That's not his strength. Hughes professionally gets it over the line. Off the instep, goes to a 1-on-2. Strom was there for the Bulldogs. Hand pass out to Gross. Not a great play there for the Bulldogs. A couple of bounces for Tom Gross. 3 in fact. Runs inside 50, and Shanahan will take one of the more easier marks.
Grego backed it off the ground. A chance for the Eagles on half forward. Keeping his feet brilliantly there was Gross. Out to Hall, shrugs the tackle, gives it off now to Long. Able to recover, but he centres the ball up towards the opposite forward flank, and that's a brilliant mark on the lead, Davis. They continue to penetrate the corridor. That one comes off hands, and the Eagles have a chance. Dewar, Gross, quick handball out to Champion. Gets clean possession, and what about the classic fend-off on Donaldson? The Eagles, in contrast, playing the chip and run, and it's working.
Clay Hall, you could tell he was going to try and set this one up, and does so efficiently. Williams at the top of the goal square. Senior games to his name. Expect him to convert, and he does just that. Eagles get their second on the board here on 7+.
Fisted away by Red Bazzo, and a chance for Champion now. Champion does well, a great turn of speed. Gives it off to McCarthy. And now to his skipper, Lucasen. He'll go over the top. Champion. The Eagles really moving it nicely. McCarthy. Sweeping handball to Long. He's got a target in the pocket. Long uses it. Petruccelli couldn't hang on, but recovers well and decides to centre it to the tip of the goal square. Great football by the Eagles. And the Eagles string back-to-back goals in this second quarter.
Livingston wasn't expecting it on the bounce like that. Then Dewar, one way, then the other. Lowers his eyes and finds a target inside 50, and Gross. Livingston wins that battle. Drage, dribbling ball, and on the last line of defence, saving the day, Red Bazzo.
Big fly from behind, no mark. That was Livingston who was getting involved, so too Johnston. Johnston hugging the boundary line. He'll go over the top to Edwards Baldwin, and now the Eagles again are away. Edwards Baldwin has Johnson going past. He can take a bounce, 2 bounces, 3 bounces, run to 50. He'll go over the top unselfishly, puts Grego under pressure. He gets run down by Strom and James. Umpire calls play on. And now South Fremantle save their own bacon as Sachs, his goose was cooked, holding the ball. He can make his chance count. Get the margin out to 24 points. The former Bulldog strikes well.
He likes to go by hand, using the run and carry of Petruccelli. Wasn't the best handball. It meant Davis had to reprieve. Go on the non-preferred now. Almost a bit of a blind kick. Can it work out? Shanahan on the second juggle. Has a 1-on-1. Graham made a really good contest of it. Having absolutely no time there was the Bulldogs player. So he's occupying that wing this afternoon. Gross again. Aerial capabilities are through the roof for him. Long. Davis is out wide. Has got a plethora of options. Elects to go by hand. Here's Petruccelli from 50 metres. Can he kick his 9th goal for the year? He can! Petruccelli.
His handball not the best. Free. Throws it onto his left foot. From behind, the fist came from Bazzo. He gets written into the ground by Graham. Will have the ball up. Margin of 34 points in the Eagles' favour. Short ball, it's dangerous. And in from the side, Malachi Champion from a slight angle. And he makes it look so easy. Malachi Champion surges the Eagles further ahead.
Hall will want to be on top of that. Diving comes in. How about that from Champion? The dive and then get up in the nick of time. Takes a bounce. He's playing with confidence. Surges it inside 50. And Williams again. They've been dominant inside this first half. And this would be the cream on top. Umpire does not move. The Eagles go in with a big lead at the first halftime break.
Popping his opponent up in the tackle, and now the loose ball's there to be won. Gross, who's played terrific so far, and now the Eagles will get that entry into their half-forward line. It's marked by Petruccelli. He can go from 65 metres out. He elects to go short, and onto the lead of Malachi Champion. Great brilliance in the first hour of football. Oh, sliding in there was Ward. Great pickup. Jones tries to fend off his opponent, but he gets taken to ground, holding the ball. The advantage will be taken. Hall with the left foot, goes inboard, finds Petruccelli on the lead. No, in fact, that's Livingston, I should say. Livingston has someone going past. The Eagles again looking dangerous. Petruccelli hasn't seen the ball a lot this afternoon, but Rusco will kick this one 2-on-1. Going back, taking a fine mark is Grego.
Low darting ball for the debutant in Green. Grego's going to have to go back with a fly and does so tremendously. Sparks eventually goes down the ground. Williams standing underneath it.
They lead it now by 25 as they clear out of the defensive 50 almost immediately. To a contest, Williams going back. What a game he's having. He gives it off to Grego, combines with Hall. Oh, brushes the tackler aside. Penetrating ball up towards full forward. Players going up, off hands. Sacks waiting down. It's going to be a free kick. It's going the way of the Eagles.
As McQuilkin comes out for the Bulldogs. Very slow on the approach there. Livingston doing it defensively, and now he's doing it offensively for another.
Well, Ferreira caught from behind. Was the Eagles player held? Play on, says the umpire. Grego, great hands over the top.
Cleverly taps it to the advantage of himself. Then goes out to Green. He's going to have to be quick, though, because Lucassen. One way, then the other. Byron. Great smother there applied from Johnson. His teammates will no doubt get around him for that one.
Goes by hand to Sparks. Sparks' kick to a one-on-one is marked brilliantly by Grego. What a game he's having. Of course, the Eagles in the AFL, they take on Melbourne tonight at Optus Stadium, so a win could be a good sign. Williams! Oh, terrific mark, crashing the pack. He'll go on with business. Driving ball towards the forward pocket. In front there, Barnett, no mark. Pearson does well for South Fremantle. Oh, strong tackle there. This could be trouble. It is, holding the ball. Tough angle. And I reckon he snuck it home. He has. Shanahan gets the goal for the Eagles. They could be on their way.
Can't help but feel that their supporters will be a bit shocked as Rollinson off the instep. Using strength at the forefront of the ball was Livingston. Can now add to the party with his second. Yeah, it could be a bridge too far. I like how he kicked the goal himself though. Ferreira was in the goal square, could have handled it off, but took the reins himself as we'll have other plans. Lucassen off the half-back flank. Into the puffer. Petruccelli standing under it tall.
Good, but slightly overruns it. He does have some backup in the form of McQuilkin. He kicks, but he's chopped up again by that man, Bailey Williams. What a performance he has had today. Graham, one of the few highlights for the Bulldogs this afternoon. Long drive towards half forward. And Noah Long.
Playing for the free kick, Graham. Now Drage does the selfless thing. Donaldson's got to be caught though. Drage probably should have had a shot.
And that is right on the siren. It's all over. West Coast have scored the upset of the season and defeated the league leaders South Fremantle 12-10-82 to 9-12-66.